Hey there, Levi from Elemental Saunas. Welcome to the orientation video for the OG, the original unit. This is the first unit that we've built, and if you have not rented from us before, this is going to tell you everything you need to know about how to operate this unit safely. First off, if you've never started a wood stove before, there is a separate video for that in the FAQ section. And if you are new to sauning in general, there is a video on best practices for sauna use in the FAQ section as well. This is just going to go over the basic practices on how to use this specific unit. So if you rent from us, this unit is going to get dropped off with two boxes: the kindling and wood fire starting box and the first aid box. In the first aid box, we have a burn kit that is for use in case you burn yourself by accident. And it goes without saying that sauning is a very enjoyable experience, but is not without risks. It, of course, uses a wood stove, which you can burn yourself on if you are not careful. And if you are not familiar with sauning or have not talked to your doctor about it, it may be risky to your health, even though it has immense health benefits. So you will want to check in with your physician if you have never used a sauna before. So onto the unit. Comes with those two boxes, the first aid kit and the kindling box. The kindling box comes with gloves, newspaper, matches, and of course kindling to start the fire. There is a backup lighter in the first aid box, a butane torch if the matches for some reason aren't working. In the event of that, the butane torch is to be used only to start the fire and should not be kept in the unit while you're using it. In other words, after the fire is started. In addition, in that first aid box, there is essential oils, if that is a package that you've elected. And there is backup lights in case these lights malfunction for some reason. They are battery operated, and if something happens to the battery, you can go and grab one of those pop-up LED lights. There is a simple on switch. You just cycle through until the desired light. The lights are operated by a simple key fob, which is left on one of the hooks outside the door. And the unit is equipped with a fire extinguisher in case of emergency. If there is that sort of emergency, of course, exit the unit first, get everyone to safety, and then you can go ahead and use the pass mnemonic to operate the fire extinguisher. Pull, aim, squeeze, and sweep. You'll also want to call 911 to alert the local authorities. The unit is supplied with a thermometer as well as a hygrometer, which measures humidity. If you have never used a sauna or have tracked what the temperature is when you're using it, you'll want to watch the how-to sauna video in the FAQ section. The stove is meant to have water poured on the top of it, and there is a bucket and ladle supplied. A word of caution when using these: the steam when you dump the water on the rocks is quite hot. So if you are not using gloves, we recommend using gloves when dumping steam on. If you are not using gloves and your hand is over the fire when you dump water on it, it is going to burn your hand, which is why we recommend using the supplied gloves when dumping water on it. This wood stove is an Eleco sauna stove. It does have rocks on the top, which can have water dumped on them if that's the desired feel that you're going for. This has a wood box in here. This is where the wood goes. The airflow for this stove is slightly different. It is operated by the ashtray. You simply pull the ashtray out a little bit when you're starting the fire, and air flows up through those holes right there. Once the fire gets up to temp, you just close the ashtray, and that cuts off the airflow and maintains a stable temperature. When you're operating this stove, you should be using the supplied fire gloves. The stove will get hot and you will burn yourself if you're touching any part of the stove without the gloves. As a general rule of thumb, if it's too hot for you in here, simply exit the unit. If everyone would like to cool the temperature down, you just open the door for a couple of minutes and let the temperature cool off a little bit. And lastly, enjoy it. The whole point of the sauna is to have a memorable and amazing experience. So what are you waiting for? go have a great experience. And thank you for choosing us to help you relax, recover, and restore.